glorify the violence, but I know I'm dealing harm. Knowledge is a weapon, so I'm out here dealing arms, yeah.
What's going on, you crazy kids? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel, man. Appreciate you guys coming by. We got something very different today. I believe it's the first time we've done anything car related. I am a huge racing fan. Pretty much all varieties. Big Cup Series guy, Truck Series, big Supercross, Motocross fan, huge rally fan. So this is right up my alley. It's right up my rally. You know what I'm saying? I was given a little bit of info in case you guys are like me and have no idea what we're getting into here. This is the Australian equivalent of Laguna Seca on crack. This is a 620-mile endurance race, part of the regular motorsport season in Oz. Appreciate you guys coming by. Make sure you're subscribed. Here we go. On the final straight, which is downhill, cars hit 190 miles an hour. Damn!
You know what? You never forget it. You never forget it because there's nothing like it. This is Mount Panorama. This is Bathurst.
As soon as you head out on this mountain, it is total commitment for every single millimetre.
Looks like last cars are gridded up now.
If you can't make the judgment call 120 metres into 1,000 kilometres to just be a little bit sensible, don't start the race.
The Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 erupts.
And the charge to turn one.
Okay, it's a great corner, second gear. The engine's right in its sweet spot. But remember, whilst you've got to carry mid-corner speed and use that exit curb, you want to get to 100% throttle early, so don't get too greedy. Don't get caught up in the moment. The moment is 6 hours later.
Side by side up mountain straight.
If I can offer you one free bit of advice, every single time you exit the pit lane, you grab your belts and you tighten them. And every other lap you think of it, you tighten them again. And after a pit stop, whether they've changed the brake pads or not, tattoo it under your eyelids. Pump the brake pedal, because if they put the pads in and you forget,
Fuel on the road.
you're a goner. Yeah, Griffin's Bend, right? It's one of the toughest on the circuit. If you don't get this one right, psychologically, you're gone for the rest of the lap.
That's a big hurry up.
It's about 260 on the way in, remember? And you've got to knock off 130 k's an hour. But you've got to do that on the bumps on the way in. But let me give you a tip. When you're challenging for Griffin's Bend, either make the commitment or get the hell out of it. We're approaching the cutting. If I can't tell you anything simpler than that.
For anybody that's watching this that has no idea, no knowledge, no racing knowledge of any kind, for one, thanks for watching, even though it's not your thing. I appreciate that. Racing for any amount of time. Drag racing. Perfect example. You're wide open. When that light hits green, you're on the floor for about 10 seconds. Give or take, depending on what you're drag racing and the distance and whatever. Your heart rate, easily 150 to 200. To do that for 6 hours, this is insane. This is absolute insanity. Yeah, that would kind of suck too. Oh, they just did my brakes. Going into the corner. Uh-oh, the brake pedal's on the floor, and I'm not slowing down. Gotta pump that pedal, buddy.
There is one.
This is wild. These guys are mental.
on the bumps on the way in. But let me give you a tip. When you're challenging for Griffin's Bend, either make
Bumps, by the way, at that speed in a straight line is mortifying. Bumps heading into any kind of curve at that speed, you start to literally float over the road, and you just kind of hope for the best. Just stay in the throttle.
Make the commitment or get the hell out of it. Right. We're approaching the cutting. If I can't tell you anything simpler than this, there is one racing line up there. Make sure you're on the tram tracks. There is no room to put your front right tyre even a foot outside of where it needs to be.
The track is jammed.
Idiot, I'm sorry.
When we come up to Reed Park, you need to hug the wall. Put the car right over there, hard on the wall, but be careful. Don't overuse the curb on the inside. It'll feed you into the wall.
Drama here.
This is a great part of the circuit where we go from going up the hill and we transform to going down the hills. And no more beautiful sight than your revs in front of you. Bang, 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 bang. So we're out of Reed Park and now we're going to head down to that damn grate, right? It's a horrible, dirty drain up against a wall on the right-hand side of the circuit. Now, the problem here...
Basically a little mini, it's, you know, the oil that you squirt out in Mario Kart? That's what that is. That's what that is.
Drain up against a wall on the right-hand side of the circuit. Now, the problem here is you got to commit really, really early. And you don't know, because nowhere in Australia does your front tyre and your car get more downward load than at the grate. You don't know way back then if your power steering is going to suffer it or it's going to give up and feed you into the fence.
Oh, because of the pitch of the pavement. I thought they were hugging the wall so hard that they were, yeah, the road is pitched to drain to that. Great. Jeez.
So we've got through the grate. We're now heading through Sulman to McPhillamy Park. This
That sound. Give it to me, baby.
is Mount Panorama. This is where you need to be thinking corners ahead of where you are. You can't see the roadway up ahead, but you're going to average from the cutting all the way to Skyline around 200 kilometres an hour. This ain't kids' play.
Big moment.
So you've got through the top of the mountain, you've done the tough driver stuff. Now, throw that bit away, you're going to be a ballerina.
That's the view from Skyline. Go for broke time.
You're going to need to dance all the way down through the S's
The descent starts.
until you arrive at the dipper. And when you get to the dipper, yeah, sure, it looks really cool with two wheels hanging up in the air. You can't get the throttle on, can you, with two wheels in the air? Get the thing back on the deck, and the moment your rear tyre hits the ground is the same moment your right foot hits the firewall. Now weave through the concrete walls, but don't get too clever and trying to get an inch away from them. There's nothing to be gained by doing that.
It's honestly my favorite part about racing right there is finding the line. It's almost, you get tunnel vision and your peripheral gets kind of blurry and you can just see. It's like your brain gives you a little map straight. The road's doing this, right? It's all S's, but you can see a way to stay straight through the whole thing. Call me whatever you want and say no you wouldn't all you want, but on everything that's important to me, I would 1,000,000% sign up for this. 1,000,000%. Would I live through it? I guess we'd have to find out. I don't know. But I would 1,000,000% do this. This looks incredibly dangerous, but racing is dangerous. So it's kind of par for the course. Par for the course.
Forest elbow. This is the second time and the only other time in the lap that you're not going to feel your front tyres. You're going to come over the little crest there, downhill, and a tonne and a half she won't want to pull up. Oh, look at this! So this is where you need to be really measured.
These are not NASCAR cars either, by the way. They have roll cages, obviously. It's not a suicide mission, but I'm just saying they are nowhere near as safe as most other racing series vehicles. A lot of these wrecks that we're seeing, when the front end just gets taken off by somebody, I don't know if they're going to show people passing away in this video, but these guys were seriously injured. Just took the entire front clip off of that car.
Tide. You're going to come over the little crest there, downhill, and a tonne and a half she won't want to pull up. Oh, look at this! So this is where you need to be really measured, slow it up, because your big drama here is going to be understeer. The car does not want to turn there.
They're tagging!
For goodness sake, be aware of what's going on around you. If there's one gap you can leave open for your competitors, it's right there. Think about this. You need to either position yourself out right,
so you can swing inside and block that inside, baby.
Commit yourself to Conrod Straight and your top speed, or you're going to need to defend, because that is one of the great spots for attack. And if you're going to defend, there is nothing surer you are going to compromise your straight line speed. So if you're going to defend, you defend. You block him, you pull him up, so you get your foot to the gas first.
This is wild. This is as fast as it gets.
300 kilometres an hour.
Now, I don't care what cars you've driven in your career or where you've driven them. There is nowhere else that you're going to go where a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour actually feels like a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour. And you're approaching what is the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, the Chase. You want a tough bit of roadway? That's it. You want to talk about commitment? This is it. You come down here and you'll see there's a metre of tarmac that's been laid down on the left-hand side of that for you to use every single millimetre of it. If for one lap you do not go out there and use that,
That is an almighty crash.
you're going to compromise your lap time.
Show me the corner, damn it.
If for
You can just see the elevation change right here. And at that speed, it doesn't take much. If you catch an edge at all, not going perfectly straight, you're going for a ride. That's insane. Coming in there that hot, dude. That's racing, man. That's racing. Weighing the risk, the reward. You know, how long do I stay in it? I got to stay in it longer than him and him. But I can't stay in it too long to where I end up over there. You know? Oh, dude, I love this shit, man. This is incredible. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. For 6 hours? That part just dawned on me again. I kind of forgot about that. You know, I'm thinking about like maybe 3-hour race, you know? Pretty run of the mill. 3 hours would make sense. 6 hours is mental.
one lap you do not go out there and use that,
That is an almighty crash.
you're going to compromise your lap time and compromise your result. So you need to use that every lap. And why do you need to do that? You need to get the car around there at 300 kilometres.
Look at the rubber. Look at the rubber building up on the
You
side.
need to get the car around there.
That's all balls of rubber piling up and accumulating from the tires. Oh, these must be... Are these distance markers? Like 200 meters, 150 meters, 100 meters, 50 meters. I wonder what that represents. Just until the apex or the breaking point. Dude, this looks so fun, man. Oh my God.
At 300 kilometres an hour, do not lift your right foot off the throttle until the car is squared up, and when it is, and only then, you put your foot on the brake and you push it so damn hard that you want to bend the brake pedal.
He goes, he's into the side of him. They run into each other. He's blocked out brake. He's going to redress. He's going to redress. Oh, no, they're all gone. This is huge in Australian motorsport.
Oh God.
Last corner. So you've got 6 kilometres of the 6.213 kilometre circuit done. Do not get it wrong here.
This kid is going to win this thing today.
Finish the job right now.
Will Davison might get this done. Nothing in it. He wins it by a car length.
So that defines this mountain. That defines this race. Do you want to win it? Everyone wants to win it. If you can't...
6 hours, 300 kilometers an hour. He wins it by a car length after 6 hours of racing and driving, and your heart just residing in your bunghole for 6 hours. Racing is just the greatest thing. It's the greatest thing in the world.
That defines this mountain. That defines this race. Do you want to win it? Everyone wants to win it. If you can't first beat the mountain, you will never win this race.
That is so cool. Wow. Look at that. Man, is that beautiful, huh? That right there is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I grew up just in the racing world. All kinds of it. It's what we've always done. I was either on a pit crew with a family member being the driver, or I was a driver, or the rider, or whatever. I've just kind of always been involved in it. It's just nothing like it, man. I played football. I absolutely love stick and ball sports. That's not usually the case. Usually the racing people kind of hate on stick and ball. But I absolutely love both worlds. It's just racing it's a different beast, man, because it's a one-man show, you know? It's not you get what I'm saying. It's just you. It's you against you more than it's you against anybody else. It's you against you and the racetrack. There's a bunch of other people around you, but you're really racing the racetrack and your mind. It's an amazing thing. Super badass. Those guys are legends. Those guys are psychos. But again, I would do some bad things to good people for the opportunity to just take part in it. Just to tag along in the back. Those guys are crazy. The amount of talent that it takes to just finish the race. Forget winning. To just finish the race in one piece. The amount of talent, the amount of mental strength it takes to just cross that fucking finish line. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, please let me know, because if you can't tell, I love this shit. I love music. Don't get me wrong. That'll never go anywhere, but I love this shit. It's, dude, there's just nothing like it. There really isn't. All forms of racing are amazing in their own right. That's pretty mental, though. Make sure you like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there, man. Peace out.
They tell me know my role or get silence. Whoa, I'm a survivor. Spiral down, I sink so low. Fall